what do you say? Can you unpin? Bam bam. Unpin? What is that? Wait, there's something going on. Unpin. I don't know what that means. Just thought. Please explain if you mean something by that. So this is a meeting about nothing, because nothing is happening. Everything is an appearance. There's no one inside. Everything what's seen, felt, heard, it's an appearance. And, oh, okay. I start again because John is not in it anymore. So maybe I can pause them. So there's only this, and this is everything. So this is not something like you can imagine. It's like sound, it's the wall, it's a hand, it's a feeling, a sensation, light. It's everything. So it's also, when there's something going on, it's an appearance, but it's also, when it's an appearance, it's not nothing. It's an appearance. So everything is seen and there, but it's empty and it's an appearance. So it's not real. It's crazy because when there's me and I'm here and I'm seeing everything or hearing or feeling, it seems so real and solid. When they're saying it's an appearance, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist anymore, or it doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen. It's there, but at the same time, it's not real. It's both. So that's crazy. You can't even make an image of that. It suddenly is there or it's not, like that. This is about something that's really, really simple. Everything what's going on is already what's happening. And what people have a brain and is able to abstract. And when there's I'm here, so I'm looking at myself and looking at other people, and so there's feels like there's a separation about me and the world, and I'm here. So there's always two things. I'm here, I'm looking at the wall and all that. When that's there, there's suddenly a feeling or a sensation somewhere that there's something gone wrong, that this is not enough, that there should be something else. I'm not satisfied. There's something missing, something like that. So there's looking in the story because everything seems real. So it seems like when there's something missing, it's about maybe money, or it's about I don't have a relationship, or it's about anything in the story. So it's trying to make it right in the story. That's very convincing. It's never complete in that way. So there's an endless search for trying to heal myself, trying to get more money, trying to work harder, and anything to feel better again, or not so undissatisfied anymore. It can work for a while and then it's a new thing going on. So it never works. It's a misunderstanding that there's something gone wrong, that there's something not right. But that's so embodied and so strong, and so, because we can abstract, we can, when there's some feeling maybe, and immediately there's something going on like, oh, what is this? And what can I do about it? Oh God, I don't like this. What? Oh, that is because of she did say that to me, and I have to do something about it. What can I say back? And it's going on. So those thoughts seems to help of me going on, trying to feel better about yourself or about what's going on. That's very convincing. And sometimes it seems to work, and a lot of times it doesn't work. There's a lot of energy in that. Those thoughts are only thought. They don't have any power. It's our thoughts. There's no power in thought, power to make things happen. It's a huge belief in thoughts that they can do or undo something. They're thoughts like that. So everything is very, very literally. But we are used to make it into something, some idea of this has to change like that. Oh, it has to do with this, and that's why. And then the story is going on. It's like a knitting going on. It's suddenly happening, and there's knitting a story with it. And suddenly there are no, I don't, how do you say that? The knitting things, they are not there anymore. Because there can be an abstraction, or seeing a lamp, knowing the name of that. But it's empty. There's no meaning in anything. So it's very simple. It's very literally everything. And we're not used to that. We're used to make it into a story about right and wrong, about what do I want, what do I not want. Because that free will and choice seems to be really convincing and embodied. Oh, there's something. Wait, there's somebody. Wait. And there's the sound. Oh yeah, it's going. So everything seems so convincing, and then there's hearing in this kind of meetings. Me is the story. No me, no story. The story isn't real. It's a dream of things that seems to happen, but it doesn't have any power. It doesn't have any meaning. All those thoughts can happen, but it's just thoughts, nothing else. There's nothing wrong with thoughts. It's going nowhere. It doesn't help. It doesn't isn't a solution of something. There's no need for anything. There's no need for anything. That's crazy, because in the world and in the story, it seems like I need this and I need that. Because that need is on top of that feeling, of that idea and belief that there's something not right yet. It should be different, because it's all about me. I'm here. This is my body. I have to take care of my body. If it's not right, then I try to find out what's the best way to take care to take care of it. And there's other people, and I need them. So I need them because I want to feel good. I want to be loved, and that seems the best way to feel good. And there are a lot of stories. Everybody has a different story. Not everybody, but most people have different stories. It's a never-ending story. The story is never ending. And this is about there's no one. So there's no free will and no choice. That's huge, because everything seems to be about I want and about me. Everything is happening to me. That seems like that. So the body is mine. I have to take care of it. Thoughts are mine. I think that. The feelings are mine. So when there's a feeling I don't like, I have to do something about it. I can do something about it. And then there's hearing this. There's no one. There's no one. There's no free will. There's no choice. And everything is an appearance on top of that too. So it's going nowhere, and it's already complete as it is. It's already complete. It's that, what's happening. A sound, wall, exactly what it is. There's no meaning in anything. Life doesn't have meaning. It's that people make meaning in it. But it's assuming that that's the case. It's a dream. There's no time also. Time is only in the story. It seems like there's a before and there's after. Hearing there's no before and no after. That's amazing, because we are always into consequences and responsibility, and this has to be like that because of what happened. So there's when there's no time, there's no before and there's no after. There's only this. And there's only innocence. There's only innocence. It can't be different. It's that. It's only different. Everything is different, but doesn't have any meaning. There's no right and wrong. It's also only in the story of two, there's right and wrong. There's only one, but it can't be right or wrong. It can be pain or a sensation, but not for anyone. That's the freedom. When there's no one existing. So there can be people thinking, I want to be like Rose. There is no Rose, so it's pointless. It, Rose, that seems to be a person, and we think like, oh, she has this, or she hasn't any problems, maybe, or I don't know what you were thinking about it. We can talk about that too. But there's no Rose. There's that face, and there's talking. That's her. Oh, there's that's everything. So there's also no life of Rose. That's crazy. There's no life of anyone. There are no individuals with bodies, and there can be bodies walking. Seeing a body walking or a street, there's no one inside. There's no life of that person. That's the story we make up, and it seems so convincing. It's so believed and embodied. And then hearing, there's no one. That's the freedom. There's only that, what's happening. Not for anyone, not to anyone. Just that and something else without meaning at all. Just that. So we can talk about that. And there can be any questions. When there's talking in the story and there's a lot of things going on, then there can be questions about that. It doesn't matter where we talk about. You don't need to say, not that you don't say I anymore or all that. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. It's already what it is. So the way you express yourself is what it is. There's no one expressing. That's like the words are coming in the way that they are coming. So there can't be right and wrong in that too. So it doesn't matter how you speak or what about. It's what's happening. It's not you doing that. It's what's happening. And so we'll see that it's not about the words and the content of what's going on. There's something energetic too. There's nothing going on about right and wrong. There's not seeing anyone. So we can see what happens. There's no intention. It's just talking and sharing maybe. So maybe there are questions. I will see. Right. Yes. Oh, there's something. Do you ever wonder what's going on, or is that lost too? What's going on? I don't know. It's there's no. That it sounds a bit like. What are you talking about? I know that most people that it's most of the time it's like that, but it's there's not so much going on. There can be thinking like my phone was not right, so I was going to the shop and saying, "Can you repair it?" And saying, "I don't want a new phone. I want to repair it." And then I cut it up and I bought a new phone. So there can be anything, but it's just going. But it's already like that. It's not especially me. It's already like that everywhere. That's how it's going. And on top of that, maybe you're thinking, I'm doing that, or that's me, or something. It's already complete as it goes. So there's no need for an example. I'm not better than anyone else or something special. It's no. There's no Rose. That's all lost. So, well, it was already like that. It's more like, oh yeah, it was already like that. And I was thinking, oh, there's Rose, and this is my life, and this is important, and I have to do this and all that. That whole dream of what seems to be happening, it's just a dream. It's a lot of thoughts going on and assumptions about what's going on. Doesn't have any meaning. It's crazy. So in that way, that it's not nothing is lost because it was a dream. It was like just thinking, and then yeah. That's it. It's already a dream. So there's no change in what's going on, in what's happening or all that. Still the same house. There's also no need to talk about this. It can be a joy, or you don't even know why. Just going into the meeting and doing that. It's the same as just walking, thinking, they're going to be walking, and then there's walking, and there can be being in the meeting. It's the same. There's no difference. It doesn't get you anywhere, this meeting. That's maybe the hope. There's no hope. There's no hope. This is going nowhere. It already is. That's the freedom. It's everything. So the way the face is looking, everything, the sound is happening, or the wall, or sensations going on. It's already. Ah, there's another one. Can there be apparently fall away and then apparently come back again? Yes, yeah, that can. Yeah, sometimes in glimpses that can be a sudden moment of there's nothing, no me, and suddenly it's as it is. And it's very, what I hear from people and myself, it's very normal. And in the same time, it's like, ma, it's that, of course. And then that me, that looking at it and trying to grasp it and all that, it's so the normal way that, so it's that me comes back, you could say that. It's not lost. It's the only thing there is, but me is on top of that and trying to get it back or trying to work it out or do things what's very embodied and normal. And then it seems like that whole clarity of what's going on is suddenly lost. It's the only thing there is. It can't be lost, but there can be suddenly a falling away of all that abstractions and all that. And then suddenly it's very obvious and normal. And then it comes back again. That can be. It's energetic. It's energetic. There can be also, it's so embodied that contracted energy can be so strong. So there can be for a moment and then it's coming back. It's too strong, you could say, because it's so freeing. Yeah. But in the same time, it's so normal also. That's funny. You forget it was something else. So it can be also when everything falls away suddenly, that's that whole abstracting and thing that's not there anymore. Can be unnoticed. Yeah. Because there's no awareness then. So it's just going on being a farmer or what else? Something else. Yeah. What makes it strong, the outside or what's inside? Now that's we're it's a story. It's like that contracted energy. It's so contracted and feels like I have to take control and I have to do that. And suddenly when that me, that control isn't suddenly there, there's a relaxation and a freedom. Well, that freedom is so strong. So then you could say the body can't take that. So it's energetic. So in the story, you could, there's something in my, in the story, seems to be development. Well, it's not really a development, but it's in and out, going in and out. Most of the time, it's not really in one point. Well, can be maybe. It seems when there's talking about that in the story, it seems like a process. It isn't. But when there's talking in the story, there's always talking about time, because that's in the story. We talk about time. And the other way is that there's nothing happening. There's only that what's apparently there. So there's a wall, that, or tea, or a hand, or a sensation. And strange enough, there can also be talking in the story and saying something about it. And when you think, oh, that's bollocks, then it's like go, let it go. It's like it's not let it go, but it doesn't mean that's the truth. That's what comes up when those questions are there. Mm. A pizza. I don't know. Mm. It can be seen in the body when you see it in the body. And when there's a lot of when the contracted energy and it's embodied, so you can see it in like a movement like this or whatever. And when there's a relaxation, but when there's something going on, like, and it can be for no reason, or you don't, or there can be seems to be a reason, but then suddenly that's contracted energy is not there, and there can be emotions in it also, can be. But it's going by itself. There's no need to look at it, no need to understand this, no need for anything. It's going by itself. Everything is going by itself. So there's no need for you to look at it, to understand it, to work it out, or all that. Can be, it doesn't matter if that's there, but it has no meaning or power at all. So there can be work trying to work it out or understand, or it doesn't matter. That's energy, what's also going on. Nothing is going anywhere. Life doesn't have meaning. It it is like that. Mm. Oh. Do you see language just as the sound without meaning? Yeah, it's sound. Yeah, there are words, there's sound, and it's apparently happening. It's already. There's nothing different than the sound here or everywhere else. It's different. Maybe the sound is different, but that doesn't have different meaning. Nothing has any meaning. It's only sound. When I would speak in another language and you wouldn't understand, it's the same. It's funny because there can be some unraveling some concepts because you understand, and there seems to suddenly like, oh yeah, what? Yeah, so what? It doesn't need to understand to unravel. That can. It seems like it's going like that. It doesn't mean there can be. It's energetic, so there's something else going on. It's sound. It's energy. We are so focused on the content and the words and what we see and all that. There's nothing to understand. There are no answers. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. This is already a hand or that. It's that. Computer, that table. It's that. Not for anyone. It's only that sitting. It's that sensation. That's everything. So it's very intimate for no one. It's not for me, no. Mm. There's sound, sensation somewhere. Table. So there's in seeing and hearing and smelling and sensing, and it's all that. Do you see patterns in life, or is everything always new? Patterns. There can be, I don't know. No, patterns, no. There are no patterns. There's what's happening. There can be a sound, the voice of somebody is like, oh God, or ah, or I don't know. It's just that. I don't see patterns because that's seen, no, I'm not busy with that. I think patterns is more something about time and looking at it and what's going on and all that. Can be pattern. Maybe there are patterns in Roes in the story and all that. Yeah, can be, maybe. I don't know. I'm not looking at it, so there's. I don't know. I don't know, but I don't care. Also, so what? There's no Rose. It's not Rose. It's just eating chocolate. I don't know. We're so busy trying to look at ourselves and thinking, oh, this should be, maybe I should eat less because that 5 kilos, what it's extra, maybe. I don't know. It's like, oh my God, I eat too much. What shall I do? And all that. Oh my God. Oh, that, and that's about eating. And then it's about work. And then it's about, then the eating is not so much a problem. Then there's something going on about, I'm so alone. There's no one else. And then there's going something, how should I do? And all that. There's so many questions about what's going on. When there's a looking at yourself, it's endless and it jumps from this to that. When that's finally, there's not so much going on, it jumps on something else. Because there's subtly underneath something going on. That's that duality, what we're talking about. There's something going on. I'm here, and this is the story of my life and the world and other people and all that. And they're happening to me, and I have to make my life work. And there's something not right. There's something missing, or some. How can I do that? So I have to do that. How? And there are coming thoughts. Oh, maybe with the thoughts I can work out how to do it and read in internet and all that. having people giving advice about what to do and not to do. It's endless, and it has nothing to do with the story. The story isn't real. That's the amazing thing of this message. The story is only a story of all imaginations and conclusions and all that. They don't have any meaning. Well, that's amazing because that seems to be your whole life. It's busy with that all the day. And everything what underneath, it's walking and grasping a pineapple or just that. It's just going by itself. So there's no need to do anything else because you can't. There's no one. There's no one inside. That's also a misunderstanding that you are capable of doing things or not doing things. There's no one. So there's also no free will. So that's the other side because when there's no one, it seems like, oh, I'm innocent, but there's also no free will. So when there's a feeling like, oh, something like that, there's nothing going on, like trying to change that. There's also no escape, of course, because there's no one. There's the funny thing is when there's no one, there's no dividing in, oh, this is awful and this is nice, I don't want this and all that. That's also gone. So when there's a feeling like or tired or yeah, then there's tired. Look at little children. They lie on the couch and being tired and all that, just like that. Oh, it's the same thing. Just that. Nobody doing that. It's what's happening. Mm. Is the thoughts about caring or thinking about others totally gone? Or does it still arise but without importance? Or there can be thinking about others. Yeah, thinking about somebody and thinking, oh, well, I want to call him because how is it going? And then maybe doing it or not doing it, that's different. Yeah, those thoughts can happen. Yeah, there's still thoughts going on. Well, yeah, just that. It's more the practical thing I can say. It's not so much the thoughts that looking at myself or thinking like, oh, what's going on and what can I do about this and that. It's more like, oh, sometimes something suddenly pops up like, oh, how is it with her? Oh, I can't call him or send a WhatsApp, something like that. Yeah, that still goes on. Yeah. Thoughts about caring, I don't know. Mm, there's not so much going on about, should I do this or that? That's not happening. Maybe for a moment and then it's gone. I don't remember so much. I don't know. Mm. That feeling, I think that's something that's so embodied and so normal, that feeling that there's something wrong, or that you think like you see your face and think like, oh my God, or all that's subtly underneath going on, that there's something not right or dissatisfied or all that, that's gone. And that's when it's gone, it's not even noticed. That's so strange. And before that, you could say before that, it was like, oh my God, I would I would give everything that it would go away because that makes me go anywhere to do anything. And it's not even true, but it's so strong, it's embodied. So that's going and feeling not satisfied or feeling like, oh, I'm in the wrong queue or oh, I should be do differently and all that. It's so, and but all those thoughts are can be so strong, or maybe emotions about that. And suddenly it's not there, and it's not even so much noticed. Maybe after a while, it's like, oh, that's not happening, but it's not even noticed. It's so normal. So there's looking at I was what I remember now. When I looked in the mirror, there was always something not right and thinking, oh my God, this and that and all that. And then can't remember when that happened, but when there's looking in the mirror, there's only seeing that face and there's nothing going on about it. So well, it's not that's normal also. So that's funny that it's so normal you forget it was different. Mm. What also, that it's so normal to see Rose as a person. There is no Rose. That's so crazy, because when I say that, it's going in a certain way. There's also no individual somewhere else. So there's, when I'm saying there's no Rose, that's saying, so that whole idea, there's Rose and there's a body, and inside that maybe there's no thoughts about things, all that. No, that it's singular. So there's no life of Rose or body of Rose, and there inside there's happening something or not happening something, or all that. That's making it into something, a life of Rose. There is no life of Rose or somebody else or you. There's no life of you, because there's no one. That means you don't exist. Oh, wait. You don't exist. There's no big deal. It's just empty. So there's a face and there's the hand maybe, but there's no continuation. And we assume there's continuation, so we have to take care and all that. There's a lot of stories about how to deal with everything. There's no need, because there's no continuation of some life of someone. There are no individuals. The body isn't real. It's not always there. So there's no need to take care or being responsible. It's just an idea, because we think the body is real, I am in that, and I have to take care. It's a misunderstanding. It's so embodied. It so seems to be the normal way. It never has been like that. It's complete as it is, but there's no continuation. It's hand, wall. It's that. It's chaos. It seems like there's being a story, because it's a miracle how it's going. Yeah. Mm. Life is too simple for thoughts. Oh. Yes, but thoughts is also life. It's just thoughts. What is thought? You can't even imagine. But that's, I don't know how it's energy some way. It's just that, like a fly or like something else. We have so much importance to thoughts. It's just energy, like the table or a sensation. Nothing is more important than anything else. There's no difference. There's a difference in the table is different than a sensation, but it's that sensation. It's life, thoughting, sensation, tabling. Yeah, that for no one. There's not people that we make people like individuals with bodies and all that. No, it's one. A wall, a sensation, not in the body. It's somewhere in space. That's the freedom. It's not happening to anyone, for anyone. It's only happening, complete as it is, without meaning. Hi, Sheer. Yeah, go
Hi,
on.
hi,
Hi.
Russ.
Hi.
Russ, I think to said you did talk about thought, I mean, thought is actually something which is dead. You can never catch alive.
No, it's not that, but yeah, it's thought, it's energy. I don't, yeah, how can you say it? Yeah. So
But
you can't get it in your hand. No. Well, yeah.
yes, because thought is, is something is it feels like this here, it's something which is, as you say, it's energy is just arise,
It's
thought.
energy. It's amazing
Yes,
what it is because it's when you think about it, it's like amazing. It's like all those words or maybe images. It's wow, how is that working? Yeah.
yes. But I mean, it's it's like the thought is for me is something like it's that, it's that thing. You can never catch alive, I mean, we thought you cannot do something yet. It's just arise, here
But
and
it's
there. That's all.
yeah. But I don't see it as death. It's like also like a table or thoughts. It's energy and more maybe it's not it seems like a table is more solid and it's more like
Yeah,
I don't know, something like that.
yeah.
Well,
But
yeah.
I mean, what about this now?
Mm,
When you say now, there is no now either, because so soon when you say it is now, it's already old,
yeah.
So there is
Yeah.
no now. So there's just this what this is, now.
Yeah, and this is also a strange word because
Yeah,
yeah, what can you say differently? Because it's like it's everything. So it's to put it in a word that's very normal. It's you can also say there's only life of this or energy or I don't know, light.
you
There
can
can be
call
in
it,
different
yes.
words. Yeah,
Yeah, I
doesn't
mean
matter.
life, I mean all there is life.
Yeah, so it doesn't say anything, but how can
Yes,
you say it
there.
neutral? Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it doesn't say anything.
mm,
You can't
mm.
You don't have you can't grasp that. But you can't grasp this. It's only a way of speaking, and then you can't grasp that. No,
No, there is no way to grasp this what you share,
no,
no,
no.
because yes,
But the
that's
funny thing, the joy is also that you don't need to. There's no one. It's only life. So there can be listening and hearing sounds and talking. Yeah, but it's going nowhere. It's not important at all. Seems maybe sometimes.
yes, but for us is very much important when you talk.
Oh my God. Yeah, but yeah, because we're so into understanding and trying to grasp it in a way. And we know a lot of times, I think, no, I know it's not graspable. And still there's subtly something going on. That's that's so energetic. It's so, you can't do
You
anything
see,
else. Yeah.
this message, in the beginning when I heard this first time, it
Mm,
resonate what it resonate, and
mm.
that's why I'm here,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, but still, I mean, when I'm listening to this message, it's not that I want to. Now it's not like I want to know it, because I know that there is no way to know that,
Yeah.
But there is a longing,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the longing is not a wanting, So it's
No, no, no.
longing,
That's
you know.
something else. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. So
Mm,
now is here is just a longing, and longing actually is not me, It's
mm,
longing,
mm,
So, and
mm,
that's which that is why it draw this body mind here, I cannot say something else
mm,
than I can say that it is longing, but it
mm.
is this is not wanting. It's two different things, I believe,
Yeah, but when there's longing, and that's, you can't do anything about that. But when the longing is part of that feeling, there's something not yet there, or something,
Yeah,
what is this?
yeah,
And then,
yeah.
and somewhere there can be an image of it, or maybe an idea of how it could be, or all that. And
Mm.
that's energetic. So, and
Yeah,
this is about loss. Sometimes it's suddenly like, oh, wait. what was I waiting for? Well, you can't
Yeah,
say that you can know everything. It doesn't matter because that it's so something else. What you say also. It's not about
yeah.
knowing.
Sometimes it feels like something which has happened before. It feels that it's happened because of this or that.
Mm,
But even now, there is a feeling
mm.
that's which happen. It's really it's itself. It's I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So some days ago, I was very much. I don't know. I was sad. Sad. I don't know why.
Yeah, can be.
And then suddenly it come. It was so. It feels so free. It was.
Mm, mm.
That sadness was very free. It's
Ah,
without.
yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
I cannot explain it. But
Yeah, but that's how it
uh,
is. You
yeah,
can't trying to, and that what you're sharing is already that how you say it. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels for me anyway
Mm,
that that there is everything is really free, not free like free me, but free itself as itself.
yeah.
Without any concentration of that.
Ah, yeah.
It's
Yeah. It's not
uh,
a feeling. It's not a feeling that it's something else. Yeah.
it's something that you cannot explain it. It
Yeah.
just arises. It just
Yeah.
arises
Yeah.
like anything else,
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
it's so obvious that like, that's so free. And if somebody asks something about it, how can you say that? It's can't. Yeah. I
Yes.
can't.
I mean, actually, and
Yeah.
factually, everything is free.
Yeah.
Even when it is not free, it's free.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, when it seems not free, that's also free. Yeah, of course.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's strange. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
Thanks. Thanks.
yeah,
Thanks. Thanks.
thanks. Yeah.
Thanks.
What is my favorite pizza? Of course. I don't know. I'm not I'm not so into pizza. Mm, mm. Because you fill up on chocolate. What do you say? Yeah. I more like chocolate. Give me chocolate. Yeah. Mm, mhm. Chocolate queen. No, I'm not a queen. No, I don't want to be a queen. No. Okay, another one. Is emptiness a feeling or a knowing? No, it's not a feeling and also not a knowing. It's strange to say what it is. I can't say what it is. It's suddenly, it's like, oh, it's empty. Yeah, it's empty. Or when you say it's an appearance, okay, it's empty. It's not feeling empty because that's something else. That's more an emotion no, it's not an emotion. It's about more like looking at it and thinking it feels empty. Well, no, I can't say what it is. I can only say, yeah, it's empty. Everything is empty. It's very obvious. Well, how do you know? People say, how do you know? It's not that I know. That's strange. Can't say so. Yeah, it's obvious, I could just say. And then suddenly, when there can be when there's something falling away, that it's more that we assume that everything is solid and real. That seems to be the normal way. That's not the normal way. It's not. It seems a bit strange to say that. Well, it's an assumption that it's solid and real. When that's not that strong anymore, there can be moments like, oh, it's empty. It's not solid. It's empty. It's just an appearance or all that. And how can you tell that? Or how can you explain? Or how can you? It's not knowing. It's something else. I don't know how to say that. Yeah.
But I think, Rose,
Yeah.
uh,
Mm.
sometime everyone, I believe that they do, it can happen that there is everything you see or you do it, but actually there is not knowing about it, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I mean, I think it
Yeah.
happened to everyone, can happen. That you do the thing or you or there is doing or thinking or whatever it is, but there is not you actually. It's
Yeah. But
just as
that belief, when that normally that most people, it's very strong and very embodied. So this most of the time it's not even questioned that it's not solid or real. It's of course it's real and solid. How can you question that?
yeah.
And then suddenly there's something, a loss of those beliefs or concepts are not that strong anymore. And suddenly it's like, oh, it's empty. Whoa. Oh wow. How can you explain that? I don't know. It's not a knowing. It's suddenly like, oh, it was an assumption and a belief that it was real and solid. It isn't. Oh, wow. Something, yeah. How can you say?
But when you say that, when you say "oh," what is that which says "oh"? Oh, what's that?
What's that?
How
It's
is
a
that? How is
it's
that?
a sound. It's a sound that's coming. It's just there. It's not
Because
Rose.
when
In the story, you could say that it's Rose, but no.
because when you say sometimes when you say when it's happened that
Mm,
you
mm,
seeing you say oh it's like that, oh it's like this, and
yeah.
who is that or what is
Mm.
that which
Well,
says that?
I think that's more the talking in the story because when Rose was there, then there was a lot of beliefs and concepts about how my life is and everything. So what there's living in the story. There was only living in the story, and then suddenly there was something not that strong anymore. Some beliefs fell away or something, and it was like, oh my God, what is this? So then it's like Rose talking in that way. And then when that whole thing just didn't happen anymore, that story of all those thoughts, that me thing, then finally what's going on? It's like all those that doesn't happen anymore because there's no one. It's so empty that it's not even empty. There's no Rose. So what are we talking about? But that was in that time. That wasn't clear, so I couldn't say that.
And then when you talk about sensation, you know,
Mm,
I mean when I put my hand in this board,
Mm.
It is the sensation which says that this board it's solid, you know.
Yeah,
If there is not,
that's an assumption on top of that sensation.
yes, but I mean, if there is no sensation, there surely will be not separation either, you know.
But
So this is the
there's a
sensation.
sensation, and there's a thought, and there's a thought. Oh, it's the top of the plate, or I don't know, something. Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's solid. It's a
Yes,
thought or a belief.
but I mean when I say I can just can say this mentally when I touch this chair, you know, this which
Yeah,
separate me from this chair is the
yeah.
sensation, isn't it? This
But
is
that,
the
yeah,
sensation which separate me from this chair, you know. If there is no sensation, so there will be not not separate from this, you know.
I don't
But
understand. There can be a sensation, but it's happening in space. It has nothing to do. There can be sitting, that sensation sitting, but it does. We assume it's because of we sit on the chair, but the sensation is on its own. There's only that. There's nothing going on about chair. There's only
yeah,
sensation.
but what the sense of touch? What is this? The sense of touch, you know,
It's a
which
sensation
separate.
somewhere. If you close your eye, maybe because we look at it, then it makes it even more complicated. When you close your
Yeah,
eyes and there's a sensation, you not always know what it is because you don't see it. So then it's more close to what I'm saying. Not really, but it's a way of like, oh my God, it's like when there's only when you close your eyes and there's only that sensation. There's only that.
yeah,
Something
but
like that.
you, I mean, you see that. I don't know if I can explain me right, you know.
Yeah.
So you see that there is a sensation. If there is no sensation, there will be no separation. So I want to say. Well, so, okay, so sensation is
But
also
it's
like
not
you say.
seeing the sensation. It's not seeing the sensation. The sensation is on its own.
Yeah, yeah, thought is also like everything is his own, you know. There is
Hmm.
nothing which is they look separate, but actually and virtually they are not separate because it
Mm.
is the same energy and this the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
movement
It's
in
one soup.
different
Yeah.
in
It's one.
different different
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Yes. Thanks.
Mm. Mm. Okay, another one. Have a look at. Can you talk about the need for validation? There can be a feeling, and that's part of that me, that I'm not worth it, I'm not good enough, and all that. So when that's strong, and I'm living in the story, and I'm living with other persons, and all that, then there seems to be that search going on to make it right, and to make it right is looking for that people say you're good, you're good enough, or I love you, or all that. Looking for that to make it right, to fill in that gap that seems to be there, and that seems to be in you have to do it in the story because the story seems so real and solid and there. So that's the only place you think like I have to go to other people or to your mother maybe or father or and then it's looking there because that seems to be the normal way, or husband or things like wife. And then there's this talking, and it says there's no other person. So it's part of the story looking for validation. It will never happen, maybe for a while, but then it jumps on something else. So it's never enough. It's never enough. That's the awful thing of being in the story. It seems like it's not that what I'm really looking for. It's somewhere it's no it's a sensei something like there's something else. it's like, oh, there's a remembering somewhere, you could say, and it's never enough. It's never that what you long for. So it's not in the story. It has nothing to do with the story because that's endless. And when there's no one, then there's not that idea that there's something wrong or missing all that. And then suddenly it's, oh, it never lost. It was never that it's not good enough or all that. That's part of that idea that I'm someone and I'm living in the story of me and in a real and solid world. There's no real and solid world. And the strange thing is, when that me, that idea, that misunderstanding, you could say, but it's embodied, so it's not only in the mind or things like that. It's gone. It's not arising or something like you could say. Then there's nothing going on about it. The story still goes on. There's pain and there's everything still goes on. But there's no right and wrong in that. So there's pain or feelings or but it's not happening for anyone. And it's also not saying that to yourself, oh, there's pain, but there's no one. No, there's pain, and there's nothing going on about that. There's no escape. So there's that pain, and there are no thoughts coming about what can I do and all that. It's pain, and then, yeah, then there's pain. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. It's
Oh,
happening
oh,
just minute.
yeah.
I forgot. I will come back if I remember what to ask.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry
No,
for
that's
that.
okay. That can happen. Sure.
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah. Mm.
Yes, now I remember. Is
Mhm. Yeah. Mhm.
he crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, about the relation, which you say you don't have no any relation. There is no relation
No.
because there is no any relation because you are already that. I mean, when I say you, I don't mean
Mm.
uh, as a rose, as a nothing, as a nothing. So there is no relation because that relation is already nothing.
No, there's no relation because there's
Did
no
you all
rose. There's no rose.
because
Not only no rose, there's also no shear. So there can't be a relation because everything is singular. So just that one.
yes,
And
yeah.
there's not two things. No, there's only that one and nothing else.
I mean because the nothing is already that relation. So there is
No,
no
it's no.
relation because
Yeah.
it's already one. When something is just one, so there cannot be a relation.
No,
There
because
will
that
be no.
relation needs two or
Yes,
more.
that I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, because
Or
when you see,
someone that it happens to also.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
because there is just happening, but this happening is that which is not.
Yeah. Well, it's in the
Yeah.
same
So
time. That's
everything is that which is actually not, which is nothing, and
yeah.
appearing
Yeah.
as this, like this talking or
Uh,
whatever it is.
yeah, there's nothing happening. And but in the same time I don't know how to say it differently.
What
In the same
what do
time
you what do you
there's happen
mean what do you mean when you say this is not happening?
nothing is happening. There's nothing. There's only nothing. And in the same time, yeah, how can you say that? There's an appearance of
Yeah.
tables and feelings and all that. But it's also nothing is happening.
So
Yeah.
it is just as he go nowhere yet. It was
Yeah.
always like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
And
was
we
always this.
it's a made up that we people can make up everything and assuming that we are real and life is this is real and all stories and Yeah, we can. That being able to abstract and making stories of everything and being right and being wrong and all that. It's a made up. Well, yeah, it feels very convincing.
But this now, this talking, this meeting,
Yeah,
it's not made up. It's what up here and what
it's
is.
what's apparently is happening. Yeah,
Yeah. So it's happening. So you said it's not
no,
happening either.
apparently it's apparently, and there's
So
nothing going on. It's in the same time. It's not happening. Yeah, I can't say that. It's yeah, but
it is. Just
yeah,
it is. It's not happening. It just is.
it's not. There's nothing happening. It's not. There's nothing, and it's an appearance of sensation or sound, maybe.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You
Yeah.
can't
But
even make your head around it. It's just
no,
crazy. How
no,
can you
no,
understand that?
no, no, no,
And
no.
suddenly it can be like, oh, God, yeah, can be or not. I don't know. It doesn't, and
Yeah.
it really, and it's also because
Doesn't
then
matter.
then you can think like, oh, I don't have that. For me, feels everything feels solid and real. I'm not that like Rose or something like that. It doesn't matter.
This matter. No,
They're
no.
saying that there can be and hearing that, but when there's a feeling and then idea like, oh, but I feel like my body is real and there's a lot of thought about taking care and my that, then that's what's happening.
What's happening?
That's the energy. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. Of
Yeah.
course, though, that's life too. That's life.
That's that's right. Because
Yeah,
because it's appear what's it's appearance. It's
yeah,
that's all.
yeah, yeah. And it's so different, but we are so quick into think like that is better than what I have or something like that. No, that's the misunderstanding.
Because whatever which appear, it's not. It's there is no continue anyway. It's
Yeah,
appear and it is and
yeah,
it's not.
yeah. It's
Like
crazy.
this.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes when we talk about yesterday, it's some people say, "Oh, it's like it never happened." Aha, that's how it is. Well, we assume, yeah, of course it happened and all that. No, and that's so. Well, because when that's not sure and not really there, what are we? What is my body? That's can be a threat because that's
Yeah,
we
but
assume we are alive and
I
real.
mean, yesterday, actually, we because we see everything in time, in
Yeah.
time.
Mm.
Otherwise, yeah, where is yesterday? Yesterday is a
Yeah.
memory,
Yeah. Yeah.
memory always.
Yeah. Yeah.
Memory is already this. There
Yeah.
is where is the memory? So
Yeah.
memory is already this. So.
Yeah. There's only that, and what is yesterday? It isn't. There's no yesterday. Well, that's
So
crazy when you're
it's
so
crazy.
involved in the story. It's like no yesterday. Whoa. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, yesterday it's happened, but it's happened nowhere else than what I call this. You can
Mm, mm.
it's happened nowhere else than here. I can say in this yesterday also, or
Yeah,
I
there's only
didn't
there's a memory. Yeah, but that's
memory.
this. But that's a thought or a memory. How could you say it? Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
actually, I don't know. To me, is memory. I don't know how to say
Yeah. I
memory.
don't. Yeah,
I
or there are
mean,
thoughts going like looking at yourself and thinking about
yes,
what's going on.
but anyway, what I mean, it's yesterday.
Oh,
It's a
yeah, yeah,
form, but it's empty form. It's
yeah,
empty.
yeah,
But but right now, it's appear now like this
yeah.
talking.
There's good. There's
S-
talking
s-
or sound and computer
Yeah,
and
and this is
yeah,
appear and it's appear what appear. You cannot do. There is no one who can do something about it. It's
no,
just as.
no.
I mean,
There is no one inside. There's also no inside and outside. Yeah, my God. Now we go on. It's
yeah,
because we
you,
assume there's so much. reality
Yeah,
and real and so on. So we assume there's the body is real and there's something inside. There's also something outside of this house or something like that. We assume so many things because that
yes,
gives a safety feeling like everything is real and I can rely on that and all that. So this is a threat. This is killing all those concepts about
mm,
inside,
mm,
outside. Where am I? And what is my life? And there's nothing to hold on anymore. That
you
can be a
explain
yeah.
well, last time when I asked you about the inside and outside, you beautifully
Mm,
explained that. You know, you said
uh,
that outside there is just wall, and then I think about the behind wall is my I don't know neighbor or something like that.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
You made
so
up.
so it
Yeah,
create made up, it create outside and inside. You did really did good.
yeah,
I
yeah,
understood that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks,
Mm,
Rose. Thanks.
yeah. Thank you. Mm. Oh wait. Oh wait. Rose, when there's no Santa there, can Rose have eye contact with others? In the story, she can, but there's no eye contact, of course. But that's the story. But the story still goes on, and there's looking at someone, and all that is going on. But when we're in the meeting, it's making it really like that. And there's when there's how can you explain that? When there's seeing another body, you could say, like standing inside, then there's seeing that body. I don't know. Yeah, it's just that. There's nothing going on about do I have eye contact. Yeah, sometimes there was some. I was that was funny. Like, well, yeah, it's maybe just a story. I was in a cafe, and then the woman was behind the bar, and I was thinking she was blind, but she did the coffee and all that. So I was like, later on, I was like, how could I think if she was blind? But she didn't make eye contact. So that kind of story still goes on, but there's no meaning in that. It's just a story.
Rose, how come it's y- most people live their lives thinking that thoughts have power? Is that
Mm,
just a belief? Is because it truly feels like that.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
so annoying.
yeah. It's so, yeah,
You
it's so,
know, how many I have to hear it's like you create your own life. The
oh,
thoughts
yeah,
create. If you think positive, positive things will happen.
yeah,
I don't think so.
yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, that's such a dream. And we want that hope. We want that hope, of course, because there's something missing, something, oh, and then maybe, oh, when somebody says that, that's so strong. Of course. So many people will listen to that. Yeah, of course. But
it's
yeah.
amazing. It's like it's such a. It feels like it's such a habit. Like because
Mm,
for
yeah,
so long, and even though there it's like it was evident that that's not the case, it still brings you back and you're like,
yeah.
oh, maybe it is that way.
Yeah. It can be so clear, and then suddenly it jumps in a little bit. Yeah, go, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know,
There
I
is.
had a moment, I think last year around this time where I was like waking up from sleep and there was clear, it was so clear that there was breathing happening, but there was nobody breathing because
Yeah.
I kind of felt where the body, like I felt where the body was located, but the breathing was happening to the right of it. Like I remember that so distinctly, and I'm like, what
Ah,
is that? But it
yeah.
was just 2 seconds. It was 2 seconds and then it was
Uh-huh.
gone.
Mhm, mhm.
That was
Yeah.
trippy. And it's and the sometimes you get like a pain. Like yesterday I had a pain and I thought it was in my side, and then I turned and there was still pain, but it didn't feel like it was the body. It's very
Oh,
weird.
that's strange. Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah, but that's yeah. So those concepts suddenly are not that strong anymore, and that is like, "Oh, that's so weird." Yeah, I can hear that. Yeah, sure. And it's very normal. But we are so convinced that it's in the body that then suddenly it feels so weird. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the thinking, it's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Lauren, you want to say something?
Hi.
Hi.
I just wanted to say hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Yeah, and that I haven't been coming to any of these meetings because, well, I don't know, it seemed like being pregnant, I just didn't resonate for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very strange and unexpected.
Yeah.
And so now I'm at some point, I guess, for some reason, like I'm still pregnant, but I wanted to come. So
Oh, funny.
I
Oh,
know. And
oh,
I'm very glad that I came.
oh, oh, great. Great.
Yeah, it
And
was really nice.
it's going well? It's going well, your pregnancy?
Oh, yes, it is. It's hard though. I feel very vulnerable.
Mm,
I don't know. Hard to explain. There's just a loss of control.
mm, yeah.
And yeah, just, looking different and feeling different.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh.
but that's okay. I'm strong. Anyway,
Oh, oh,
it
wow.
was really nice to see you. Thank you for the meeting.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Nice to hear you. Mm. Oh, wait. There's somebody else. Um, everything is not real, just like consciousness. Yeah. That's strange because we think so that it's real to have that consciousness of being aware, and it's part of that me construct. When that's not happening, when that's not arising, there's no consciousness or awareness. It's just not there. But there's no need for it. There's no need for that. It doesn't matter. That's crazy. Oh, congratulations, Lauren. Mm, mm. Thank you. Ah. And there's only this, but only, it's the only thing there is. This, but this is not something, it's a sound, it's wall, it's light, it's a sensation, it's walking, it's closing the computer. It's already everything what's apparently is happening is already this. So you don't have to look for this or what do you mean by that. It's everything what's already going on. So that's the only thing what's being said. And that whole dream about all those thoughts, trying to work it out and trying to find out and understand and all that. It's something extra on top of it. It doesn't matter. That it's most of the time it's exhausting and it seems like it's going somewhere. It's going nowhere. But it doesn't matter. It's not wrong. It's just that energy working, trying to work it out and busy with that, believing I'm have to live my life and all that. And in the meantime, everything is going in from itself. Life is already going. It there's no right or wrong in life. It's what is happening. And that's already the way the talking happens. There's no need to control or to take care. It's already what's going on. There's no power in thoughts or anything. It's what's happening. It's life already. And I'm also saying that we just did that. We're making a world tour, and we're going to Vietnam and Australia and oh no, we first go to America and then Vietnam and then Australia and then New Zealand and then we go back to Amsterdam. So we're going to have a world tour, and I think we will be in the beginning of November. We will be in Australia, and then we're doing a weekend. So the first 1 to 3 November, there will be a weekend. That's the thing we already decided. Nothing is already gone. So this is some new. It's not even on the website. I'm just announcing it already. Maybe there are people in Australia who want to come, and please let me know if you want to come or think maybe you're interested. Please let us know, and then we put you on a list. And when we are coming, then we make sure that you have all the information about it. So there will be some more announcement on the website, but this was already something we would like to say. Okay, thank you very much for coming. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Roes.
Thank you, Rose.